Today on the Micronesian news broadcast.
Marshall Islands Auditor is inundated with fraud.
Senatorial candidate moves to ban Micronesian migrants, but his opponent wasn't having any of it.
Philippine government ban on Micronesia lifted.
Cut.
Sue.
Hello everybody, welcome to another episode of the Micronesian news broadcast. Today's lineup is very interesting, so please stay tuned. In our very first story, over in the Marshall Islands, the General Auditor's Office has been inundated with reports of fraud. Reports of embezzlement in local offices and even offices abroad have reached the ears of the auditors. Now, the auditor's office claims that there's always been a workload issue because there's not enough resources or staff to help deal with these problems. And Junior Patrick, the person in charge of the office, is putting out a call for help to gather resources for the auditors so they can deal with these cases. What a story. What do you guys think? Don't you think that the offices of the government, such as the auditors' offices, shouldn't they be getting all the resources they need? They're dealing with the accountability and the counting of all the all the taxpayer money that comes from us that goes to them, and those kinds of things should be well equipped. And in our second story, recently we ran a lot of stories covering the Micronesian situation on Guam. We did one where we talked about a proposed moratorium that moves to implement strict policies for Micronesians relocating to Guam. There was even talk about a definite ban of COFA migrants to Guam. Like that's ever gonna happen. Not too long ago, candidates for senatorial seats on Guam gathered to speak with the community. And for the most part, the evening was a smooth gathering up until Republican Party Representative Harold Cruz started to talk about COFA migrants. He himself said that his fight is not with the Micronesians, but with the U.S. government, since it is the U.S. government that has made it possible for Micronesians to travel to Guam. That's funny because Guam is Micronesia, and Micronesians have been traveling amongst each other for a very long time before the Americans came. So, he claims that $1 billion was spent by Guam to pay for Micronesians. Here are some of the things he said. $109 million in reimbursements for COFA migrants who sought services in hospitals. Well, it's a hospital. 25% of public school kids are COFA migrants, and it's taking a toll on the school system. Okay. And in 2016, 38% of people arrested were COFA migrants. Okay, what? Yeah. Okay, with a list like that, it seems convincing, right? I mean, Micronesians are the root cause for Guam's financial troubles? Okay. Clint Ridgell, a half-Chuukese, half-American candidate, countered by saying that Guam's and Cruz's claims are inaccurate since it doesn't factor in the contributions made. Even when you buy something in the store, it's taxed, so does Guam have the ability to differentiate between who spent what? The U.S. government has also stated it will not reimburse Guam until it gets an accurate account of all COFA migrant dealings concerning money. To say that COFA migrants are the reason for Guam's financial issues when there were already problems to begin with? Yeah, nice try. Thanks, BP Clint Ridgell, for standing up and being our voice over in Guam. Thank you so much. And in our last story, today the Philippine government officially lifted the OFW ban to Micronesia. This ban came into existence earlier this month because of reports of health workers that were treated not correctly, and they had malabuse claims against a certain state hospital here in the FSM. Not saying which one, but it's the one closest to Guam. But however, workers from all 4 states have gathered to seek a solution, and it has now come. This has come about from, for instance, 70 people gathering together to write a letter saying that they are not malabused at various gatherings, and most of all, a united front bent on a common goal. What do you think, Micronesia? We rise as a nation when we help our neighbors, don't you think? Now, here are the announcements.
Hey guys, I'm Alana and these are the announcements. In our first announcement, FSMTC on Pohnpei new hours as of October 1st. From Monday through Friday, they will be open from 8 a.m. to 9 p.m. And on Saturday, they will be open from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. And on Sunday, they will be closed. On October 1st, legal residents of municipality will be granted 2 hours leave to vote for the Constitutional Convention as stated by Governor Marcelo Peterson of Pohnpei.
Hey guys, this is Norman and this is the weather for tomorrow. 29 degrees Celsius high during the day and 24 degrees Celsius low during the night. With thunderstorms, an 80% chance of precipitation and 82% of wind.